Assistant coach, Chris Harris. And assistant coach, Cole Roy. Number 13, Keller Davis. Batting third, playing first base, number 23, Silas Ansel. Batting fourth, playing center field, number 19, Rusty Buckner.
Kind of a strange game, to be honest with you. I think the game is closer than it appeared on the scoreboard. We misplayed some balls early, and they took advantage, and they caught just about every break that you could. Every ball seemed to have eyes, seemed to find a hole. They took advantage. If we missed a cutoff man, they took advantage. If we made a wild pitch, those types of things. So they hit with men in scoring position early on, and they came through with clutch hits. And later we settled down, played a little bit better defense, and really we had an opportunity to get back in the ballgame. And I feel like our offense short-circuited. We had the bases loaded 4 innings in a row, and we didn't get a whole lot out of it. And actually, if you look at the line score of the game, we out-hit them in the game, and we made fewer errors than they did in the game. They just capitalized on early opportunities, and we dug a hole that was a little bit too big for us to get out of.
Yeah, could you tell me, I think we came up with there was about 11 Wildcats left on base in this game. What was it that you guys just couldn't capitalize and get home?
I think that was part of it. I think guys being a little bit over anxious, wanting to do too much, wanting to get that big hit and have the big inning and come from behind. Similar to what we were able to do against Forsyth in the quarterfinals. We just weren't able to match big inning for big inning tonight. And I think maybe some of that was anxiety. Maybe we were pressing a little bit at the plate. And we did see 3 different arms through our first 2 or 3 at-bats. Now, the third guy went ahead and finished the game. But that plays a part, too. And they turned a couple of double plays on us. One was really close. And you know, when you do that, it's tough to score.
But this team was resilient. We saw those last 2 final runs. So where was that motivation coming from even towards the end?
Well, you've got 7 seniors on the club, and they're not going to quit. They know that they're playing their last couple of ball games, and they know that the legacy they leave behind in part will be how they approach these games, and to not give up is very important to them. You're going to have to beat us. You're going to have to get 21 outs. And I was glad that we were able to extend the game and get into their pitching a little bit deeper and force them to get 21 outs rather than letting them run rule us and get off the hook a little bit easier than they did. We're going to compete. We may not always come out on top, but we're going to fight to the end, and I think they showed that tonight.
Now you're retiring after this season, not state champions, but last year, and you've had an incredible run, especially these last few years. Can you just tell me what has been some things that you're really going to look back on?
Well, it's been a special 2 years. That's a fact. We were able to break a long streak last year, just getting out of the district. It had been 20 years since we had gotten out of the district. We broke that streak and went on an incredible run, finished on top. This year, we make back-to-back Final Four appearances. So for the last 2 years to be that special, and I think sometimes people can be mistaken and think that, well, it's easy. You guys win. You went to the Final Four last year and you won it all. You're back in the Final Four. Well, it's not easy. It's always hard, and that's a credit to these kids and the way that they've worked and the way that they've performed, the way they've been all in, committed and dedicated to the program, and that's what I'll remember the most.
You've been able to coach your sons now through it all. Your son's a senior this year. You talked about how important these seniors were, but you've been able to see this program develop and all these boys develop. What does that mean just from that coaching standpoint to you?
Well, I think one of the cliches is that hard work pays off, and these guys have worked hard. They made a commitment to the weight room several years ago when they came in as freshmen, and even before that, we started our weights program, and Coach Roark handles our weights, and he does a phenomenal job. Our guys are bigger and stronger and more agile than they've ever been, and that's a credit to our weight program, and it's a credit to early mornings, getting up, getting in the weight room before school starts, 6:30 a.m. lifts, preseason, in season, and throughout the year really, because summer weights is a big part of that as well. So they've committed to that, and along with that, they put in the time to develop their skill. And that's what I'm probably the proudest of, is that these kids have learned how to work hard, what type of time commitment excellence requires, and they were willing to go out and do that. And for them, it's paid dividends. And what it does also, it shows next group of freshmen coming in, and those after them, what a program looks like and what it means to be a Licking Wildcat, how you're going to work, how you're going to commit yourself. And if you do and develop along the way, good things are going to happen on the field. The results will take care of themselves.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, we just need to put this one behind us as quick as we can and come out and play better baseball tomorrow. And not too many teams get a chance to win their last game of the season. That's just a fact. I don't view it as a consolation prize. A trip to the Final Four and finishing third, first, second, fourth. It's all gravy at this point, but it is a little extra special if you can win that last game of the year, because not too many teams get to say that. And so that's the goal for tomorrow.